Good morning, everybody. We'll be starting in just a second. Right. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Happy to see you all. Omar, good morning, Omar. I haven't had a chance to look at your email. I saw that you sent me an email. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, Omar. Give me a couple hours and I'll get back to you, okay? Because I got the email. It was like 6:30 in the morning and I was just getting up from bed and I just didn't have the time. Morning, everybody. Morning, 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 and happy Friday. And by the way, happy August. We're in August now. I don't know where July has gone, right? Where has July gone? I mean, it just seems like summer just started. All right, let's say hello to everybody and then we will begin, right? Look at this. I'm here right on time, actually. My watch is a little slow. Let me just set it real quick here. I'm still old school. I rely on my analog watches. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's say hello to everybody. I could tell it's Friday. I'm a little tired. Usually by Friday I put so much effort into helping or trying to help you guys that by Friday I get a little tired. Hello, Ivano, Robert, Kevin, Rich, Lydia, Thomas, Jill, Arnulfo, Cheese Gray Trader, Omar, there he is. Richard, Robert, Stephen, Brian, Pat, Jeff, Spider Monkey, Gregory, we got two Gregorys, Gregory Alexander and Gregory Basher. Kirk, morning Kirk, Lloyd, Bancroft, Wade, Illinois grain farmer, Ellen, Tom, Richard from Puente Gorda. Good morning, Richard. Alexander, hey, Alexander. William, Mark, Dave, Deanna, uh, Christian, hey, Christian. Mike, Matt, Elevation, Jason, Wesley, Hopium, Nathan, Mike, George, Charlie. So good to see everybody here. Gustavo, good morning, Gustavo. David, Carlos, Jody, Harry, Ray, Carlos, Bob, Henry. Good morning, Henry. We got Doug. We got Cam. Hey, Cam. Good morning. Happy Friday to you. Charlene, Doris, Bob. If I miss somebody, I apologize. We got Ray, Jody, Harry, Carlos, David, Gustavo, Charlene, Bob, Scotty, Genevieve, Stacy. Good morning, Bob. Thank you, Bob, for being the best actuary. Wait till Dr. Serena gets here. She'll be happy to hear about all of this. James, good morning, James. Walt. Um, yeah, I bet. I bet it could be taxing. Yeah. Sherman, Dave, Ricky, Rich, Carlos, just Jen. We got Stacy, Tom, Art, Afa Diaz. We got Peter. Hey, Peter. Good morning. Happy Friday. Hope you get a little time off. We get a little Junior's in the house. There's Junior. Jay Blazer, Ron, Richard Skinner, SB's in the house. Don, Manuel. We got a lot of people. That's who we got. Krish. We'll be starting in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Randy's in the house. Delroy. We got William, we got Stefan, we got HG. Good morning, HG. I almost missed you there. I'm going back up. All right, folks, as we get in here, Justin, John, Delroy, Bugs. Hey, Bugs, happy August. Raj. Folks, please go to your gearbox and make sure. See, look at that. See, it got me this morning too. See, it put me at 720. I have to switch it. I got to be a sneaky rascal. There we go. 1080p. Make sure you're at 1080p. Even it even pulled a fast one on me today, and I was hardwired. It does it all the time. And if you're below, also hit the thumbs up button. It's right below the gearbox, right here. Just do it one time. One time. All right. We got Eagle Beagle, Kevin, Wofford, Raj, Stacy, Michael, Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Now, I got an important question for you. Have I helped you stay out of trouble and make some money this week? And did I predict that we were going to go lower again and that we weren't just going to go up from here? By looking at the sectors, by looking at the sectors, by looking at the catalysts, by seeing what's moving in the market. Do you guys see how yesterday we were talking about chip stocks and we were talking about all the others? And I said there's not a lot of upside movement. Just want to make sure that you guys are getting some value out of this. All right. Junior says yes. Arnolfo says yes, you did. Ron, do I prepare? Basically, my question is, did I prepare you for this well? Um, yes, you got a black ball somewhere. A black ball somewhere. Absolutely. Good, William. Good. Good. Bob says, hell yes. You've done a fabulous job of keeping us safe. Thank you, Jill. Bug says, always sentiment rules. Thank you. All right. All right. Tremendously. Charlie Clyde says, tremendously. And awesome yesterday and the entire month for that matter. Well, thank you. All right. Well, if I helped you out and if I told you exactly what was going to happen, and we're not done with the party just yet, give me a thumbs up. All right. Look, I guess value is why we keep coming back. Yeah. And we're breaking records almost every day here. Okay, so what are the small cap stocks that I'm looking at today? I'm going to give you those small caps real quick so we can get that out of the way. Here are the small caps that I'm looking at today. I'm looking at COCP, and I'm looking to go long if it trades above, if it trades above this price, which is right here, the high of the day, the high of the pre-market high, which is at 240, 250-ish area, right here, right above this level, which is at 241, 242. You may want to give yourself a point or two, but this is the level. You don't want to get into this. You want to get when it's above this level. And then MWYN. MWYN, you want to buy when it goes above the high. About 160, I have 160 on my sheet. Hey, Steven. Good to see you. Walt, David, sure saved hundreds of thousands. David says, yes, I'm sure you've saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. That's what I want to hear. You're our guide on the jungle cruise. Carlos, that's funny. Michael, made my first 10 winning days in a row, and yesterday made my first $1,000. You're welcome. Bro, you're a Muppet? A Muppet? I don't know what a Muppet is, but all right. Does any guavas hang out there? No, no guavas, no. The shaved ones, okay. All right. Omar says I made $209,000, $209,995. Very good July. It sure is, Omar. I'm going to repost that on testimony here. It's a good testimony. All right. How hard is it to take two tickers and set them alert for price and make moolah? Well, it looks like everybody's happy, so I'm just going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing. How about that? Thanks, G-Boss. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Let's begin. So what's the market doing today? Unfortunately, what did you say levels were again for small cap? For COCP, it was $2.40, and MWYN, it was $1.60. Okay. All right. So let's begin. It's a good time to begin. The market is down today. Do we know what the catalysts are? It should be pretty easy today. We don't have to get fancy. Do we know what the catalysts are? My hat to you off, Omar. My hat to you. Do we know what the catalysts are? Amazon, Meta, definitely mega caps. Tariffs, 8:30 report. Well, Jerry got it right. Let's see what Richard has. Yep, Amazon, Apple and Amazon, but mega caps. Construction, the Fed data. I would just say Fed data. Employment, Fed data. Reddit is not big enough to be a catalyst, but mega caps are. Oil, definitely oil, definitely energy. I have energy, construction, Amazon. How about just mega caps? Mega caps. Yeah, Duzzy says Apple, Amazon tariff deal. After more, but 11 out of 13 trades made 4,700. That's great. That's okay, Wesley. Hey, Wesley, everybody's got to start somewhere. People have to start somewhere, you know? You got to start somewhere. Richard, how are you on the month? Can you tell us how you ended July, if you don't mind? I'm just curious. I know you share with me all the time, but why don't you tell us where you ended the month, Richard? Okay, so catalysts, Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. You guys all missed Bitcoin. Tariffs, mega caps, Fed data, energy. So you guys got energy, you got the Fed data, you got the mega caps. Tariffs is, that's not here nor there. And Bitcoin, Bitcoin. You guys missed Bitcoin. Okay? All right. All right. And yeah, Bitcoin. Richard says $230,000. Congratulations, Richard. That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. All right. So Bitcoin is a catalyst today, and it's not a good catalyst. Okay. Richard, make sure you talk to your CPA and make sure you file your taxes as a trading professional next year. I'm not going to give you advice here on a public forum, but make sure you talk to your financial person, your CPA. It has to be a CPA, and tell him you want to start thinking about registering yourself as a trader. If you need more information on that, Richard, please let me know and I'll help you out with that. Okay, Richard? Because you can get a benefit being a professional. You can get professional trader status and it'll help you out. Okay. All right. All right. I don't know why. I think it's because earnings. I think one of the crypto companies had earnings, but Bitcoin is a catalyst for Bitcoin. And look, this is below our range. Anything technically or fundamentally, when it starts trading outside of a range, it becomes a catalyst. Okay. All right. What's the Fed data today? We know, and we have clarity today. Everything is down. Remember yesterday when the Dow was up only 80 points and the Russell was down? And I said, if these mega caps give out, we're not going to have a good day. I'm not going to say I told you so, and I'm not going to rehash everything that already happened because most of you already know it happened. Um, all right. All right. Blessing to you guys, living testament to what everyone informed can. Exactly. One of them had earnings. One of them had earnings. So that's a catalyst, folks. Crypto is a catalyst today. Please watch cryptos today. They can have a move. They're technically moving out of their support. And as somebody just said, thank you, MSTR had earnings. I knew it had to be something because they're out of this range. Anytime something moves out of its area, it becomes a catalyst. It's in a gap too, by the way. Just FYI, okay? It's in a gap as well. US dollar, it's still going higher. Folks, remember what I said to you. When the US dollar goes higher, it puts pressure on the market. Who's been buying US stocks lately? Coin had earnings too. Thank you, Gregory. I knew one of the stocks had earnings. The reason I knew that is because of this here. I saw it somewhere right here. I saw it somewhere right here. I know I saw it somewhere. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it on my thing. Anyways, it's irrelevant now. Let's just go back to. So we have the employment report today, folks. We have the employment report. It's coming at 8:30. We have PMI at 9:45. We have ISM at manufacturing. We have construction spending, and we have consumer sentiment. Yes, we're going to have a lot of volatility today. We're going to have a lot of volatility today. Okay? A lot of volatility today. I'm expecting a lot of volatility, and I'll tell you where, what, and all that stuff in just a few minutes. But I am clearly expecting a lot of volatility today. Okay. The numbers that I'm going to be looking at is the employment. We want to see if employment is cooling off, and then if there's inflation on the jobs pressure front. The two numbers we're going to be looking at is the unemployment rate and the average hourly earnings. Okay. Those are the two numbers we're going to be looking at. And obviously, we're going to be looking at private payroll and non-farm payroll. As you could see, consensus is about 110 and about 100,000 here. So, but I would say that these are all very important. I don't think construction spending is going to be very important after these three, especially ISM manufacturing. And ISM manufacturing is going to tell us, this is going to help the Fed figure out if prices are already starting to come up a little bit as a result of the tariffs. And I'm not going to get deep into that because I'm just way over that whole thing. Consumer sentiment is pretty important, and construction spending is not. So employment situation, ISM manufacturer, and consumer sentiment. Now, this report is really important. The problem is they put it at the end of the week instead of right here. They should start the week off with consumer sentiment, but they end the week with consumer sentiment. And all of this is going to drive price. Richard says Coinbase plunged over 10% pre-market after cryptocurrency. Yeah. Reported weaker than, yeah. It's definitely a catalyst. I told you today that Bitcoin, look right here, my first thing I have is Bitcoin on my sheet. Bitcoin right there, Bitcoin. As soon as I saw this chart, I'm like, oh, it's a catalyst. So we have a lot of Fed data we have to get through today. And this data is going to be really, really important. Okay? Really, really important. And I want to see how the market reacts. Now, most importantly, how are you going to react to this data? Are you going to try to pick lows? Are you going to be a hero and try to time the market? No. Did you guys see me put a trade in the pit yesterday? No. All of these answers are no. Do you guys understand why I'm being careful? Why I'm watching your back? Why I said earlier this week, non-directional trades, straddles, strangles, not directional trades? I think now you guys are starting to see it. What is Bitcoin? You know what Bitcoin is. It's a crypto. Okay. Gold. Gold is holding on to the 100-day moving average, although I'm not as happy as I was because we are clearly in a little bit of a downtrend. If we break this level, we're going to cool off. It's still holding on. If you're long gold, you could still hold here, but if it starts breaking this level, I would get out. I wouldn't be holding gold here. Okay? I wouldn't be holding gold here. I would be very careful here. Now, don't get out right here. Wait for this to break and close below the 100-day moving average. The reason I say that is because if the market starts acting frisky again today, gold, investors may be putting their money in gold as a safe haven. And they're not putting their money in crypto today. So there's a chance this will start moving up. Not because I'm in love with it right now. I'm actually not, because it broke its structure. I'm just saying that if you still have it, it may be a good day not to liquidate it today in light of what's happening with the market. So I'm going to repeat, I'm going to be very clear again, because people have a tendency to hear what they want to hear. We are now outside of our structure. I don't like gold anymore. Why did I say not to sell it today? Because of the market action today. Because sometimes gold goes up as a defense when the market goes down. So yes, we broke our structure, but if you haven't sold it yet, you may want to wait till maybe next week till the market stabilizes, because gold sometimes acts as a defense. So again, as far as this pattern is concerned, it has broken it. It's now at the 100-day moving average. Technically, it hasn't broken it yet. It has to break the 100-day. So we're at the brinks of it breaking it, okay? If you want to get really fancy. Do the Fed on Thursday before options expire on Friday is the intent? So they do the Fed. It's not intentional. It's not, John, it just happens to be the same day. You are the best. You tell us 2 days ago, SPY candle's not good. It was best. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that I was able to help you. I'm glad that I was able to help you. All right. Yes. September, not so much. August is not a great month for the market. And generally speaking, right now we're in a very quiet, dull market because people are on vacation and so forth. But I'm going to tell you, it's a lot more active summer than anybody was expecting. Okay. By the way, folks, while I have you here, make sure you go into the VIP room. Today's going to be the last day. We're going to be selling Alpha Zone Pro at that discount. I'm going to be answering your questions, and I'm going to be talking about. Let me just tell you what my agenda is. I have an agenda. I always have an agenda. The agenda is to help you guys make money. Here's my agenda. I haven't given you top stocks in a while, so I'm going to give you my top stocks. I'm going to go from broad market all the way to selecting a day trade using market internals, Alpha Zone Pro, all that stuff. How Alpha Zone Pro can substitute years of price action experience. So as I've mentioned to you guys 1,000 times, that Matt and I we don't need Alpha Zone Pro. We could see these levels on our chart, but most people who don't have 10,000 hours of charting experience and eye experience, they need the Alpha Zone Pro to key in those levels. So I'll be talking about that today. I'll talk about the difference between Alpha Zone Pro and Trading Zone Live, as I did before 100 times. How each part of Alpha Zone Pro works with the other for synergy. We'll break it apart and finding some live opportunities. Okay. All right. So we'll be talking about that today. Let me give you the link for that. It's right here. And also, don't forget Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. They're there for you every step of the way to help you set everything up. Why aren't arrows showing? Why isn't this showing? Why isn't that showing? They're there to help you. Please use that resource, okay? All right. US dollar. US dollar is almost at par, okay? US dollars. What did would you do for Friday in the catalyst? On Friday. No, I wouldn't, Car. Friday and first day of the month are not a catalyst. What did Cam just say here? DX. Yep. DX is at par. This will also soften commodity prices because the US dollar is getting more expensive because we're getting closer to certainty on the tariffs. But this makes it more expensive for foreigners to buy US stocks. And foreigners want to put their money in US stocks because we still have the best performance. So, and we're cheap right now. So that's a problem right now. As far as earnings, we have energy price. We have energy today. I don't know how these came out. I'm sure you guys will be happy to tell me. I don't know if energies are up or down, but energies are definitely in play today. Nice. Good, Cam. Very, very good. Very, very good. I got into this argument with somebody on an email yesterday. He kept arguing with me and arguing with me and arguing with me, and he told me a million times that I use Alpha Zone Pro, and I tell people that I use Alpha Zone Pro for the trades and Trading Zone Live. And I kept telling him, no, we use the market internals for the Trading Zone Live. But he didn't seem to understand it. So I'll explain all that today in great detail for the 500th time, because some people still don't get it. Yeah, the penny stocks I gave were COCP and MWYN. Those were the two, okay? So energy, can somebody tell me how these came out? If you guys don't mind, please let me know. Let me know. Yeah, there they are, Rich. There you go. There they are. So crude oil, how's crude oil doing? Nothing yet. I mean, just a little bit down, but we're still in this range. I'm not really expecting anything except maybe if the stock market keeps going down, energy prices will cool off, because if stocks go down enough, it'll trigger fears of a recession. Recession and depression are two different things. When you have a recession, and energy prices can actually go a little bit higher, but when you have a depression, people don't fly as much, don't do anything as much, so energy prices could go down. Remember COVID? How they dropped down? We were fearful that the world was going to close down. So if the market goes down, people actually buy commodities. But if the market goes down fast enough to where they see that economy is slowing down, far enough, they actually stop buying crude oil. So there's a fine line between still buying crude oil and because of panic and not buying crude oil because they think the world is going to shut down more or less. Okay. So that's the deal there. So XOM up 60. Okay. All right. So they're kind of mixed right now, I guess. Here, we can actually see it right here. You can see it right here. What is it? Exxon up 68. What was the other one? There was a couple, I think. CVS. Let me look at CVS. CVX. CVX is up. So they're up a little bit. All right. They're up a little bit. And Colgate, Palmolive is just flat. Nothing there. All right. So they're a little up. Nothing really to, you know, talk about. So you could see right here, crude oil. China's not helping us. I warned you yesterday that we're getting towards this area, and I warned you yesterday that China was going to put pressure on U.S. stocks. Well, I don't have to tell you that anymore. I think we all know that. Hey, HG, yeah, CL, that's consumer staples. That's not going to make much of a difference today. So be cautious here because if we break this level, we're breaking a major area. We actually already broke that major area right now. It was right here. But this is the 50-day line. The next area is 100-day. Expect to see some softening on Chinese stocks listed in the US. Okay. All right. Bond market. Oh boy. Bonds are down. Bonds are not up right now. Remember, we have employment data. Here, let me pull up the bond market. The bond market has been going straight down overnight session, which means yield increases, higher yield. This is higher yield, okay? This is bad for the stock market. We have not seen flight to quality yet. Flight to quality is when bonds go up because stocks are selling off. We have not seen that. That's bad. That's very bad, okay? That's not a good thing because usually what you want to see is you want money going from the equity market into the bond market. In this case, folks are taking the money out of the stock market and putting it in their pocket. That's not what we want to see. We want to see bonds rally. Flight to quality. We're not seeing flight to quality. I hate to say I told you all of this, but we're not seeing any of this. We're not seeing any of this. And we're getting back into this channel. So this is higher interest rates. Notice we couldn't, you may or may not remember, but I told you we have a lot of stuff here and we have the 100-day, probably not going to break it. And we didn't break it and we bounced off it. And then now we're back at the 50-day line. And I think it's going to cool off. All right, let's put everything together before the news comes out. And then we can talk about stocks because we've got a lot to talk about today. And again, hopefully this is benefiting you. Hopefully you're getting some value out of this. Again, I will be in my VIP room today at noon. I'll be teaching you day trading today. It'll be the last day of our special. And here's customer service live. Good morning. Sorry, running a little late. Great day yesterday. 11 for 11 with Alpha Zone. Very pleased. Very nice. Very nice. Let me put that here. All right. Cam, I'll get back to you on the full-time trader after. Let me just finish this and I'll do that. Yeah, I'll talk about that, Ray. Trust me, I'll talk about that. Foreign buyers don't want U.S. bonds given likelihood of higher prices and higher dollar. That's right. So U.S. president and folks, I'm not trying to be. I'm just going to say this ahead of time. I know somebody's going to pull the political card on me. I'm not playing politics. I'm reading the cover of Bar Chart. This is a financial publication. This is all the catalysts. I read this every single day. If you hear me mention the name President Trump, it doesn't mean I'm talking politics. Okay. So just throwing it out there for the 150th time. President Trump's, I am so over this personally, I can't even begin to tell you. President Trump's sweeping import tariffs fueled concerns about outlook of economic growth. We already know that. On Thursday, he signed an executive order imposing tariffs between 10 and 41% on foreign nations. Gee, that's definitely going to give Fed a lot of clarity, right? Those hit hardest were Switzerland. Why? Why? I mean, what has Switzerland done to us? 39% tariff, Taiwan 20% tariff, Canada, which is now at 35%, and that do not comply with the U.S. Mexico Canada agreement. He also granted a 1 week delay to trading partners that have received letters with the exemption of Canada. He seems to be very upset about Canada. The average U.S. tariffs would increase 15.2% if announced rates were implemented, according to Bloomberg, from 13.3%, well above the 2.3% level in 2024 before he took office. Again, I'm just reading this. I'm not telling you what I think, or I actually couldn't care less about it at this point. Amazon slumped 7%. Remember, Amazon is a consumer retail stock. Remember, I took you by the hand and I said, folks, I want to show you something. I did this Tuesday of this week. I took you right here by the hand and I gently steered you to this. And I took you right here and I said, look, we have to have a little talk. I need to explain to you the way the world works. And I explained to you on Tuesday of this week, I believe it was Tuesday, I explained to you that, and I showed you this picture, and I told you here, and I told you how we've only been above these levels 10 times. We were actually right up here, but I guess we didn't close here, so we couldn't even get up there. And I told you how we were up here once, twice, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 times. And we don't, once we come up here, we usually don't stay up here. And then I explained to you that consumer discretionary is overbought. Now, I dare anybody to say that I did not show you that picture earlier this week. Is there anybody here who's going to tell me that I did not show that picture earlier this week? Okay, let's look at employment data. Ooh, bonds are going up. Nice, nice, nice. This is good. This is good. Survey says I would be a good game show host, I think. I don't have anything here yet. Jobs July 73 versus 100. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, less jobs, huh? Less jobs. Very interesting. I saw it. You absolutely did. No. I'm still don't have the. I want to get some clarity here. Let's see. I wish Matt would give me my access to trade exchange, so instead of using it every day. Let's see what the numbers are. Bob says, you talk too much for a game show. Survey said, "Come on, guys. I'm just waiting for these things to update." All right. Well, let's continue. Let's continue. But so far, bonds are moving up very nicely. Let's see what the Dow is doing. Dow's doing nothing. Chips are doing nothing. QQQ is doing nothing. SPY is doing nothing. But bonds seem to like this. So we're moving. This is good. This is good. Believe it or not, this is good. 73,000 is not great. 73,000 is not great. That's not a great number. Look, prior number was 74,000. 73,000 is worse than the last number. That means we're starting to see some yeah, that increases the odds that the Fed will lower rates, you see? Yeah. Unemployment rate 4.2%. Hold on a second. 4.2 is good. This is a good number. This is not a bad number. It's not a bad number. Not a bad number. But let's see what SMH is doing. Not doing anything. Nothing. Nothing. But bonds are moving up. So this is good. This is good. This is a good move. This is a good move for the bond market. Okay. All right. I'll try to update it one more time. Still doesn't want to update. Stubborn rascal. All right, let's continue. At least we know what the numbers are now. All right. So back to Amazon. Remember, I was telling you consumer discretionary, and I told you the same thing about Meta. Remember when about a month ago, I took you by the hand. We were actually with Gramster, and they were talking up Meta, and I said, guys, I said, look, here's what I showed them. I showed them this right here. I said, folks, before you get so frisky about Meta, it was right here, by the way. Oops. I said, look at where we are. This is where they wanted to buy Meta. So by looking at this, it gives you a really good idea of momentum levels and where we are. Okay. All right. You guys remember that we were right here and they wanted to buy Meta. And I'm like, wait a minute. Meta is 25% of XLC. And look where we are now. We're not here anymore. We're here now. And I said the same thing earlier this week with consumer discretionary. I told you that consumer discretionary is getting too overbought. Okay. Don't say I didn't tell you. Align chip stocks were on the, and remember I told you yesterday the mega caps are holding up everything. As soon as the mega caps went down, everything went down, just crashed, exactly as we said it. President Trump demanded drug makers to slide drug makers. We got chip stocks yesterday. Meta is up over 11%. This is going to offset a lot of what you're seeing in Amazon. I mean, Apple will offset a lot of what you're seeing in Amazon because Apple's actually up on the day. Here, let me see. Yeah, Apple's actually up on the day. We got PCE prices. Let's see if this thing is updated finally. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 73,000. So the number's definitely getting smaller. Unemployment is fine. Monthly payroll is getting smaller. Manufacturing payroll, look, it's decreasing. Yeah, there's definitely becoming an issue with work. So the Fed will actually have a much better leg to stand on if they say lowering rates after this report, because they can actually now make a statement and say we are actually burning into the employment jobs. So there is some vulnerability. I'm telling you, September or December, they're going to take action. Let's continue this. Let's continue. There's now a 61% probability of no rate change and a 39% change of. So we're still okay on September. We're still okay on September. Unemployment rate will be reported. It's on the U.S. manufacturing. This is going to be important. This is going to tell us if the tariffs are starting to eat into our supply chain, okay? And that's going to happen at 10 o'clock. No trades before 10 o'clock, folks. Yeah, he's mad at Canada. He's mad at everybody. Who's he not mad at? He's just upset. He's a pissed off guy. Construction spending is going to be released today. This will impact real estate stocks. Consumer sentiment index will be released today as well. Okay. Energy stocks are being released today as well. We got a lot of data today, folks. A lot of data. Now, remember, I told you yesterday, this was a big red flag. I know that I'm saying a lot. I told you yesterday. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It's just I'm trying to give myself context. Remember, I told you yesterday Europe was down 0.3, and I told you we're not getting tailwind from Europe. Now look at Europe today. We're not getting tailwind from Europe again. Brian, right. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Right, right. Uh, right. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Let me look and see what bonds are doing right now. Bonds are still going up. This is good. This may give the market a little bit of, this is giving the market a little bit of a jolt. Look at the Dow. This is good for the market, guys. This is good. This is good. This is not bad. Look at price the last 5 minutes. It's coming up a little bit. This is good. This is good. This is not bad. This is not bad. This is going to give us a little bit of support today. But look at Europe. We're down almost 2%. Almost 2%. Folks, the S&P is down about 0.87 right now. Europe is down 1.84. And wait till I talk about levels. Woo! We haven't got into the best part yet of the morning. The best is yet to come. U.S. president announced steeper tariffs, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read this because I'm just so over it. We all know what's going on with Europe. China closed lower. Remember yesterday, China did not give us any tailwind either. And I was really concerned. I said, look, guys, U.S. markets are gapping up. We're deviated from the 8-day EMA yesterday. And I said, Europe is down 0.30. China's down 0.30. Let's see if Japan close lower. Japan, everything is lower. Nothing is higher. Nothing is outperforming US. Chip makers reported disappointing results. How are chip makers doing right now? They're moving higher, but they're still down almost 2%. Almost 2%. Amazon's a catalyst. Apple's a catalyst. Reddit is not a catalyst. Although I love this company. I think this company has a future potential because they actually do things that people like. I actually use them. I actually learn from them. This is actually an interesting business model where people can actually communicate without, a lot of BS. I like this. I like Reddit. Now, I'm not talking about their financials. I'm saying I like the company from a personal perspective. Similarly, I don't like Tesla. I don't like Elon Musk. I don't like what he's doing. I never liked him. I like 10 years I have not liked him. But I'll trade Tesla to the long side. How I feel about a company and whether I'll trade the company are completely two independent things. So the fact that I love Reddit does not mean I'm going to buy Reddit. And the fact that I don't like Tesla doesn't mean I'm not going to buy Tesla. You guys understand what I'm saying? Just because I like something or I don't like it will have no impact of how I will trade it. So when I tell you I like something personally, it simply means I like this company, I like what they do, and I think they have a future. Just like I like uh, the Crocs, the brand. They're one of my favorite brands. I hate their shoes, even though everybody in my family wears them. So just because I don't like something or I like something has no impact of how I feel about trading that thing. And you guys need to do the same thing. How you personally feel about a company should have zero impact of how you should trade it. I voted for Tesla being the strongest stock this year, and I can't stand the guy. Okay. So I'm just letting you know how I feel about something or someone and how the company will perform are apples and oranges. All my buys and sells are based on technicals. Okay. And you guys should be doing that too, by the way. All right. Yeah, dollars dropping because bonds are going up. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Look at TLT right now. It's climbing up. This is a good report. This is a report that says that Feds have a better chance of lowering rates. Now they could say, well, employment is being impacted. See, they couldn't say that yesterday. Now they could say employment is being impacted. There's a higher odds of lowering rates, which is why the bond market is going up. When bond market goes up, yield goes down. When yield goes down, stocks go up. So it's just very simple economics 101 going on here, okay? This isn't brain surgery. Yeah, so if you hear me say, I hate the stock, I hate the company, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. I hate. Oh, let me go buy some. So how I feel and what I trade have nothing to do with one another, okay? Well, Stacy, it's because the worse the report, the higher the odds that the Fed will lower rates. If Fed lower rates, it's good for the market. Right. Okay, let's continue. I'm getting too excited here. Okay, put the call ratio. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Is the market bottoming out here? No, the market could potentially go much lower. When put to call ratio gets to 120, put the call ratio needs to get right here. Okay, when put to call ratio here, it means that there's 2 to 3 times as many put buyers as call buyers. We're not there yet. We are not there yet. Are we getting there? Well, we're starting to get past the oh shit zone, but we're not in the oh my God zone. The market's going to fall apart. Okay? We're not there yet. We're not there yet. By the way, folks, just again, I'm going to repeat this. I know that we have a lot more people here. If you're coming in here, make sure you're at 1080p. It even switched me to 720 today, and I'm wired on the Ethernet. Watch it at 1080p, number one. And number two, please hit the thumb button right below it one time. One time. This is here and this is here. If I give you value, hit this one time. If you don't hit it, I won't be upset at you. It's okay. I'll forgive you. So this is telling us that there's starting to become a lot of panic in the market, a lot of put buyers. But are we near 120 yet? Hell no. Can we go higher? Yes, we can. Are we going to be buying the market today looking for a bottom? Absolutely not. All right, let's look at volatility. Volatility, let's look at VXX. VXX. VXX is cooling off. It went up yesterday, but it's cooling off now. We are definitely at that 45 level, which what is it? V dash V. I forgot what it is here. I almost remember right now. I forgot which one it is. I always use it on bar chart, but this one right here, VIX, it's now over 20. It should be over 20 right now. Okay, it should be over 20 right now. All right. That's the fear level. We'll open up with it being somewhere up there. Let's see. Let's see. All right, time to talk about sectors. What sectors are leading right now? Remember, I told you yesterday hard tech was up, but soft tech is still here. We're all over the place right now. Utilities and technology, whenever you see utilities and technology here, you know we're out of whack. I wouldn't really be following this right now because market's in fear mode, and this is pretty fragmented. So it's pretty much whatever's going on. Now let's look at charts. Let's look at price data. Semiconductors, we're finally at the first VWAP. If we break this VWAP, this is a support level here. This is the last quad witching expiration. If we break this level right here, the next level is the 50-day line. If we break the 50-day line, the next level is 265. You may or may not remember, but I told you that before we go any higher, we have to come back to 265. I left this line here and I'm not letting it go. I believe we're going to break this. Either we're going to take out the high very fast and trade right back into the 8-day EMA, or we're going to break this and we're going to come down to here. Okay, those are the two levels. VIX hasn't opened yet. It opens after the market opens, Alan. It's going to open probably above 20. If I had to guess, it's going to open above 2022 because we're in fear mode right now. Options today on the SPY are going to be more expensive than usual for all of you frisky day traders out there. Okay. All right. All right. Let me post this once again. Folks, VIP room at noon today. Let me ask you a question. Is anybody going to miss VIP room today at noon? Is anybody going to miss VIP room at noon? I'm curious. Thank you. Let me post that in there. Yeah, it's going to trade. This thing is going to trade above 20. I'm telling you, this thing is going to open up above 20. All right. It's got to Joanne, it's got to trade on the it's got to open. I'm talking about the actual day session, not the night session, okay? All right. There's the VIP room link, and because I'll be talking about what's going on with the market today. And here is Customer Service Live. Don't forget Customer Service Live. Let me do this. All right. You can always watch the replay, Jen. Always watch the replay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, folks, the key level right now is right here. We're right there at this support level. I want to see us bounce off of the 282 level. We don't want to break 282. Okay. Then try if you can. Basket weaving class at CSUN. Carlos, that's funny. It must be hotter than hell at CSUN right now. So, right here. Let's look at SPY. Let's see what levels we're on SPY. I'm going to give you guys some levels. Right here. 620, 620, 621 level. That's the next support on the SPY. 620, 621, right here. That's the next support. If we break that, we have nothing below but the 50-day moving average. Okay? All right. Let's look at QQQ. That level is 553.45. 553.45. Now let's look at something interesting. Let's look at RSP. Remember yesterday, if you take out the mega caps, the market will look like RSP. It's not breaking out the way you think it is. Well, look at here. We already broke this level yesterday, and we're already below that level, almost at the 50-day moving average. And guess what? Oh my goodness gracious. Remember that breakout level that we saw where SMH went above 265? Guess what RSP is approaching right now? That breakout level. I'm going to show you guys something. Watch this. This is actually, let me put it next to each other. Watch. Look. Let me show you a little trick. See this level right here? See where we are right now? Now look at this chart. Look at the relationship of where we broke out and how we went up, and look at where we are on our RSP, and look at where we are where SMH. And look at that red level. Now keep your eye on it. This is equal weighted stocks. This is the entire market. We're almost at that level, and this is SMH. So what happens if SMH gives this up? Bingo, 265. Okay. All right. Understand? Look. Seems to me like RSP is just a little bit ahead of it. If you strip out the market cap, this is where you're at right now. You're almost at the 50-day moving average. And that means you're at the bottom of this red bar. That's our breakout level, folks. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. If we break this level, the 200-day, and then you've got nothing behind you. That's dangerous. Let's look at QQQE. QQQE, we're right at that level right now. Guess what happens if we break? Do you guys understand why I use anchored VWAPs? Do you see how important anchor VWAPs are when markets are moving? You see how it's holding support at this is the quadruple witching anchored VWAP. Look what happens if we break this. We're at the 50-day moving average. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, here's the breakout level. So let me show you another picture. Here's SMH, and here's QQE. Here's SMH, here's QQE. Do you remember I told you this entire time we're going to come back to 265? We're going to come back to 265 before going any higher. Okay? But we need to break these levels first, and I don't know if we're going to do it on this attempt. The level you're going to be watching on QQQE is 98. 98. Okay? Let's look at the Dow, shall we? See how the market's behaving. Not too bad. Here's the problem. This news announcement has not caused the SPY to go anywhere. Look, we're still right in that range. Let's look at SMH. Nope. Hasn't gone, still in the same area. Let's look at bonds. Bonds are looking amazing. Not impacting the market. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Now what we're seeing, folks, is that flight to quality that I was telling you about. Remember I told you we're not seeing flight to quality? We're seeing flight to quality now. People are putting their money into the bond market, but it's not having any impact on the stock market. That's flight to quality, which is not good for the stock market. Gold, let's see, GLD. Yeah, gold is up. I mean, this is what I was saying. That's what I was trying to tell you today. Don't sell gold today. If you're going to sell gold, don't do it today because gold may rally as a result of the market. What is the significance of the June 20 for your anchored VWAP? Kelly, it was quadruple witching. I had a session this week when I went over this in the VIP room for a full hour and showed you where I set my VWAPs. It's in, and I told them to put. Oh, that session happens to be in the members area of Quick Strike. I think I did it on Monday. Quick Strike. So if you watch Monday's VIP room, or if you have Quick Strike, it's in the members area for Quick Strike. Okay. Okay. So we don't have good support areas right now. The next major area everywhere is either the anchored VWAP or the 50-day moving average. Let me put it all together for you right now. Excuse me. And then I got to get out of here. The next level on the SPY is 621. 621. Don't quote me down to a penny. I'm just, giving you a roundabout number. 622.50. 622.50. The next level on QQQ, is 554.35. Okay. The next level on RSP is the 50-day moving average, 180.81. The next level on, MAGs. I forgot about MAGs, which are still holding the market up. I forgot the mega caps. See, we're right here. If we break this level, the next level here is going to be 56.05. Oh, and by the way, if the mega caps give up the ghost, if NVIDIA comes down here, right here, the only reason why SMH looks different from the equal weighted SPY is because of NVIDIA. If NVIDIA starts breaking down, SMH is going to be right here. So mega caps are holding all the cards right now. And they're not looking that great. The level right now, we're right there on SMH. It's 282.11. The next level is 271.35. And the next level, you have it in your permanent memory, 265. I think we need to go back to 265 and see what happens there. I think the SPY needs to come back right here to 606, and then we'll decide, or at least the 50-day line, and then we figure out what's going to happen. Okay? All right. So I gave you the levels. Now, what should you be watching for today? Well, the problem is we have a lot of Fed data today, and a lot of this Fed data is unforeseeable and unknown. What I want you to be looking at is the first hour of the day. The first hour of the day. What I want to see after the first hour of the day is I want to see, here, let me show you what I want to see today. I want to see mega caps trade above 58. I want them to trade above 58.18. Then I want to see them trade above 58.59. If we don't see them trade above 58.60, 58.59, 58.60, no soup. This is to see a recovery. What I want to see is SMH above 288.85. First, I want to see it above 285.63. Then I want to see it above 288.69. QQQ. First, I want to see them above 561.74. And then I want to see them above 565. Okay? I hope to God you guys are writing this down. Dow Jones, the first level I want to see broken is 439 and then 441. RSP, we want to see 183.53. If we don't see those levels within the first hour or two, bye-bye. Now, you have nothing to worry about because I'll be updating you incessantly as I always do on the Telegram channel. Do I update you on Telegram every 5 minutes or what? I do, especially right now. You guys really need me. I'm there 8 hours a day updating you. I'll let you know if I'm seeing a recovery or not. So I'm going to just break this down for you really easy, okay? You see right here, see the VWAP right here at 628.50? That's the first level we need to break, and the second level is 631.92, okay? I'm giving you these levels. On the QQQ, we want to break above the high of the opening of the overnight session, which is at 561.66, and then we want to break above 565. 565. I am telling you that if you don't see that today, we're going to have a problem. And the first hour is going to be very, very material because that's when the news comes out. Also, I want to remind you something. It's Friday. Markets tend to fizzle out around 2 o'clock. Okay? So here's how, now let me give you stocks that I'm looking at, and then I'll tell you how I'm going to play today. UNH to the downside, CMG to the downside, FI to the downside, Bro to the downside, ACN to the downside, KMB to the no, forget KMB. They just had earnings. Forget it. Oh, my dogs are going crazy again. Lulu. Can't believe we got stopped out right here. And then it is what it is. G Daddy. That's my short list, and I'm sticking to it. Let me give you my long list. Caterpillar, Oklo, Oracle, STX, AHR, Net, BTI, definitely BTI right now was cigarette stuff. Oh, my dogs are going insane. Let me see what's going on. I don't know. They're going crazy. BTI, VST, APG, BWA. I like this one. DoorDash. Now, would I be buying any stock this morning? No. What would I be looking at? The first thing I'm going to be doing is looking at the SPY the first hour of the day. And I'm going to see if the SPY breaks the 628.54 area. And if it starts going up to 631.90 or 632 area. I want to see a strong price going back into the 15-day EMA. Strong into the 15-day EMA. I don't want to see it putzing around here. I want to see a move. If we see us breaking the low, forget about it. If you see us breaking the high, I may start going long. What type of stocks would I be going long? Going stocks that are obviously outperforming the market, which is really easy to do right now because the market is not making an all-time high. When market's making all-time high, it's very hard to find relative strength stocks. When markets are selling off, it's like this to find relative strength stocks to the upside. It's effortless. So I'm going to be looking at stocks that are, I'm going to be looking at stocks that are right near I want to find stocks that are near the 8-day EMA that are positive on the day. So if the market gives us those upside levels and starts recovering, I'm going to be looking for stocks that have bottomed out at the 8-day EMA and that are very strong on the day. No, I'm not going to be looking for stocks that are deviated 1.5 from the 8-day EMA. I'm going to be looking at stocks at the 8-day EMA. It shouldn't be hard to find stocks at the 8-day EMA because all the strong stocks that are outperforming the SPY will be sitting right here waiting to see what happens with the SPY. So I want to find an ultra strong stock if I see evidence that the SPY is saying, F you, Amazon, Apple, I'm going up, I'm not going down. How am I going to be finding that out? I'm going to be looking at mega caps today, and I'm going to be seeing if the mega caps break the 15-day EMA. I'm going to see if mega caps break the low. If mega caps give out, we're done. SMH. I want to see SMH take out the high, 285.65. If I don't see this, none of these buys are going to happen. There's a good chance the market will have an inside day or just have a solo day here because it's Friday. In that case, the only thing I'm going to be looking at is non-directional trades for next week. Okay? Have I given you guys enough value, enough to work with today? Have I given you enough of those things? Have I given you some value, something to work with today? Let me know. Let me know. And again, here's the link for the VIP room, where we'll be talking about day trading all day. And here's the link for customer service live. All right. All right. I hope to see you guys in the VIP room at noon today. If you lost money the last couple of weeks, it ain't because I haven't been guiding you the wrong. It's not because of what I've been telling you. I'll tell you that right now. I warned you that the market is becoming increasingly vulnerable. I warned you that this upside is not going to last. And I warned you that mega caps are holding the market up. And I also am warning you that you need to watch the market and not try to bottom pick today. This is a very dangerous day to bottom pick. Everybody who tried to bottom pick yesterday got their fingers dirty. Okay? Bye, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all, and thank you so much. If you guys are enjoying this, send me a nice email, Roger at Roger. If I helped you make money this month, send me an email, Roger at rogerscott.com. Bye, guys. Thanks, Carlos. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Bye, everybody. Folks, be careful. It's a Friday today. It's Friday. Fridays are wacky. Fridays are either really crazy or really calm. Everybody's expecting craziness and key levels. I will be updating you minute by minute on Telegram. I promise. So I'll keep you guys out of trouble. Bye, everybody. And remember,